So, let's see. So is all this stuff part of your demonstration?
Is all this new stuff what you're showing off at the expo?
Yes, it's our mental alignment meter.
Mental alignment meter?
Yeah, so what exactly is it?
What's a mental alignment meter?
It's the most revolutionary piece of technology since the cotton gin.
Really?
What does it do?
It reads and interprets the subconscious desires of the human mind.
How does... What, you're probing people's minds?
Why would you want to probe people's minds?
Why wouldn't
What?
you? Imagine being able to diagnose mental disorders with a flick of a switch, or detect the truthfulness of courtroom testimony merely by connecting a witness to a small portable
So pretty
device.
much a lie detector.
The machine does all
or
that?
something
Not
in that
yet.
sense.
Frankly, right now, the whole thing's just a gussied-up potentiometer. But with years of refinements and a whole lot of investors, the MAM will be able to identify countless psychosis and neurosis, alcoholism, acrophobia, Oedipal complexes.
And?
And then we can set about curing them, of course.
Of course.
Boy. So how does it work?
How does the mental alignment thing work?
Here, I'll show you.
Okay.
Hey!
The test subject wears this mind-mapping helmet, which probes the brain by measuring fluctuations in skin conductance and electrical resistance on the surface of the parietal lobe.
Okay.
When I turn on the mind-mapping helmet with this radio switch, the subject is exposed to a series of visual stimuli, intended to provoke a series of positive or negative responses, as indicated by these lights on the helmet.
Hey, is that...
As the responses are recorded, they're relayed to this special typewriter, which prints out a punch card that represents the subject's mind map.
Okay.
All I see is a bunch of holes.
Well, to you, maybe. But to our mental alignment meter, this mind map is nothing less than a peek into your subconscious.
Really?
Observe as I place your mind map into the MAM.
A layabout?
Layabout? Is that machine calling me a slacker?
No, your own physiological responses did.
Okay. Anyway.
Anyway,
Did you do this all yourself?
did you make a mind map of yourself?
Or did you do
Of
this
course.
to
Take
yourself?
a look.
Edna's
there's
right.
his.
You are a model citizen.
At least as far as my invention's concerned. Confidentially, this whole enterprise is a little light on the hard science and a little heavy on the smoke and mirrors.
He wishes it was like real legitimate science experiment. So wait, you invented this in just 2 months?
Can't believe you invented all this in 2 months.
Well, like I said, there's not really a whole lot of inventing going on here. I just dressed up a $5 potentiometer with a lot of bells and whistles.
But
Don't get me wrong, it does a remarkable job of telling whether a subject is currently liking or disliking what they're experiencing. But all the extra stuff about sorting out criminals from model citizens is mostly a bunch of hooey at this point.
Yeah, that's you can tell that's what Edna's real goal is, and of course we all know what it leads to in the future. And well, we already know this, but I'll ask him anyway. What's with the new clothes?
what's with the new threads?
You like them?
You look like Colonel Sanders.
Who?
Never mind.
Edna gave them to me. She says my usual clothes don't have enough zing for a public exhibition.
Her grandfather could be Colonel Sanders. By the way, how are things with you and your dad?
How are things between you and your father? I'm kind of surprised he hasn't torn down your lab yet.
He's still angry with me and threatening to cut me out of his will, but I'm hoping that the civic potential of my mental alignment meter will win him over.
Well, let's hope so. You know, why don't you take a break, and why don't we go see the movie Frankenstein?
What do you say we take a break for a couple of hours and go see a movie?
Yeah.
A couple of hours?
Actually, it may be more like
Yeah,
70
I don't think
minutes.
it went 2 hours.
I haven't got a couple of hours. I still got all these mind maps to sort, and the MAM's wiring is still giving me fits, and...
I get it,
Yeah,
you're busy.
Okay, you're busy. Huh.
You get back to work. We'll catch up later.
Thanks.
Alright, let's explore around here. Oh, look at the stack of mind maps.
What's this?
The mind map cards from the dozens of subjects I've tested during the last few weeks. I've got to get them sorted before the expo begins.
Why?
Edna's got this grand scheme to catalog all of Hill Valley citizens by their mental alignment. Isn't that
That's
cute?
how it starts.
Not really.
Do it to everyone.
Mind if I...
Go ahead.
Let's see. check these out. Hooligan. Huh.
Ah, that'd be Mr. Needleman's card. I'll just put this in the stack with the other hooligans.
Looks like you got a lot of hooligans.
Yeah, about 90% of Hill Valley thus
Really?
far. It's a little disturbing.
90%? Wow.
So this machine takes those little cards and tells you whether or not someone's a
Oh,
good
got
guy
another
or
trophy.
bad guy?
Kind of. Actually, the helmet does all the work. The mental alignment meter is just a glorified arcade machine.
So why not just go with the cards?
And it says that people respond well to flashing lights and snap judgments. I can't argue with that. Every time I kiss her, I see flashing lights and
my
lose all
goodness.
sense of judgment.
Oh, we
kidding.
gotta snap him out of this. We have to. So the top one is model citizen, and the bottom one is degenerate criminal. With things like honest Joe, decent chap, layabout, inveterate liar, and hooligan all in between. The mind map printer, the slide advancer, an oil can.
What's this?
That's a can of used motor oil, rocket fuel waste, and assorted chemical sludge
Ugh,
left over from my
gross.
abandoned rocket car.
Yeah, that's what I
Gross.
said.
Accounting doesn't enter into it, but it is disgusting.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Would you mind disposing of it on your way out?
Yeah,
sure.
sure. Look at this. Oh, it's the bacteria fish tank.
How goes the bacteria farm?
Not so hot. The bacteria have kind of gotten out of control. I had to put a clamp on the nitrogen tube to keep the stench from flooding the lab.
Alright, let's look at the printer here.
What's this typewriter do again?
During a mental alignment test, it takes messages from the mind map helmet and turns them into punch cards, like the one for Mr. Tannen over there.
Seems complicated.
Actually, it was all rather easy to put together, once Edna gave me the idea.
Sounds to me like you should be working on harder problems then.
Sounds like
What?
you wish he was doing something more complicated.
Sorry, I've got to get back to work.
You can tell he wishes he was doing something more complicated. A stew pot?
Hey, Emmett, what's cooking?
That's an old brown family recipe for Hassenpfeffer.
Hassenpfeffer.
Rabbit stew.
Oh, okay.
The trick is to add the cumin an hour after the
Rabbit
carrots.
stew.
Take a whiff. Isn't that just about the best thing you've ever smelled in your life?
It's, powerful, yeah.
I've got it on a slow boil for later.
Okay, so the helmet says he likes that. Okay. Whoa, 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 hold on. What's this?
What's this?
It's the placard we'll be putting in front of our booth at the expo.
Really?
The scientist that caught Kid
Look at that
Tannen?
picture.
A small exaggeration, but Edna says it'll attract investors. What do you think of the picture?
I don't like it.
You look a little...
Yeah, he
Constipated.
does.
What? Edna said I looked intense.
Yeah, intensely focused on taking it.
I get the picture. I'll have to find a better one.
Okay.
Unfortunately, there's a lot to
And
choose
there's
from.
the photo album.
Heavy.
Extremely. Mother has been rather obsessive about photographically cataloging my life.
Sounds like my mom and plenty of other moms. Let's look at that photo album. There we go.
Hey, Emmett, I've got an idea.
What?
Why don't I take your photo album over to Edna so she can pick out your new picture?
That's a great idea. She's got a better eye for these things than I do anyway. Thanks, pal.
Don't mention it.
And now we have the photo album. Well, we have to figure out where to get the first. I actually don't remember how to do that. Let's look at this generator.
I'd be careful of that if I were you.
Why?
The rocket fuel experiment must have stripped one of the teeth in the hand crank.
Really?
As a consequence, if you turn it for more than 10 seconds, it
Ow!
sends out an electric
Ow!
shock.
Man. Yep, of course he doesn't like that. Man, that hurt.